Hey guys, good morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time you are tuning into the channel today. Just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Today, guys, we got another mail call, so this will be mail call part 2. Had a couple other packages come in yesterday, I believe, but I didn't have a chance to get the mail call or the video put together. Spent most of the day yesterday doing some cleanup around my property. Had tons of limbs to cut out some trees that were dead. Ton of yard work, ton of stuff to cut down, some trees, some limbs. So I spent the good part of the day doing that yesterday. And then me and the wife and kids had church yesterday evening. So I'm going to go ahead and hop on here this morning, get this mail call done, get this video out. So hopefully I'll have it out by lunch today. So if you're watching this and it's before lunch, awesome job on my part. But couple great packages from a couple great guys. One of them is an actual trade with Ryan over at Tommy Boy Knives and EDC. And then I have a sticker swap I did with Cawthon Cutlery. So without further ado, guys, we're going to go ahead, hop over here to the shop table, and we'll go ahead and get into these packages, see what came. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Stay classy, and God bless. All right, guys, so the first thing we're going to get into here is I've got sticker swap I did with Cawthon Cutlery. We reached out to each other, talked about exchanging some stickers, and so that's what these are here. It says, "Hello Tim, aka Bearded Knife Guy, just wanted to thank you for reaching out and your continued support for my channel. Support overall from the knife community is amazing. I really enjoy watching your content, as well as I definitely need to work on my editing skills in order to develop a cool intro video like you have. Looking forward to more great videos from you, and hopefully even some knife trading in the future. Never stop seeking out those stories and steel. Your friend Casey Cawthon, Cawthon Cutlery." I love these stickers. I mean, awesome sticker. I love the flag in the background. Got the crossed combat knives, or that's just what it reminds me of, is a combat knife, or it could be, case fixed blade or something like that. But beautiful stickers, Casey. I really enjoy those. I appreciate you sending them to me. Hopefully you've gotten mine by now. I never know with USPS. Sometimes I think they just play cornhole in the back with our packages, just throwing them into whatever bin they land in, and then they worry about it when it gets to the next spot. So again, Casey, thank you for the sticker swap. I'll have these up on my board here in just a few minutes once I'm done with the video. So moving on, the next package comes from a great friend of mine, Mr. Brad Townsend. He lives up in Virginia. He's a subscriber of the channel. He had reached out to me. We talk pretty regularly about knives. I mean, he has an enormous collection of knives of all kinds. Hopefully one day I'll have the mass of collection that he has. Just an outstanding guy, knowledgeable about a lot of knives that I'm not currently as familiar with. A lot of the newer stuff like the Gex or GECs, the Jack Wolf knives. I'm not as familiar with a lot of those newer knives like that, but he is. So he's been, kind of schooling me on a lot of those here lately. But he had reached out the other day and told me that I had a package on the way, completely unexpected. He said, just a gift I wanted to send to you. So he said, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. So I'm going to go ahead and get that open now. I'm going to be using my Emerson Kershaw Collab to get that open. And so, go ahead and open it now. sent me a note. I'll go ahead and check it out. It says, Tim, good afternoon, brother. Thought I would send you this in trade for the dog head Coke bottle you had stolen from me on eBay. Well, I mean, I didn't steal it. A buddy of mine stole it. But I had nothing to do with it. He did that on his own, but it was an amazing gift as well. If y'all guys don't know what he's talking about, he's referring to that collector's K-bar that I got from a buddy of mine for my birthday. It's that 1983 K-bar dog head Coke bottle. It's a beautiful knife. I'll probably show it again in an upcoming video. He said, laugh out loud. Nah, just kidding. Here's this little something I was talking about the other day when I requested your address. Anyways, short and sweet. Keep up the cool posts. And I like the 5 Forever series you started. Good idea. Maybe this will make the cut for another one. Your knife brother, Brad Townsend. P.S. Have a Coke and a smile. God bless. Thank you for the letter, Brad. Now let's check out this knife. So I don't even know what it is yet, but it is, I'm assuming RR, I'm assuming it's a Rough Rider. So 2527, that's going to be the model number. Rough Rider Spades Cinnamon Bone Damascus. All right, hold up. You know, guys, and I'm just going to say it, Rough Rider, you know, I slept on Rough Rider for a while. You know, I kind of just thought they was junk. I've told you that 1,000 times. You know, I thought it was just trash knives, super cheap made. I didn't know that, you know, Smoky Mountain Knife Works, for one, was putting out a lot of the Rough Rider knives. But this case, dude, like, this is better than a lot of the case packaging, you know. Got the magnetic box. I mean, that's a nice solid box. That's pretty sweet there. I mean, I slept on them for a while, but here recently, you know, I started opening my eyes. Wow, dude. Look at that. Oh, that is nice. Look at it. Got that Spades shield on it. And this is cinnamon bone. And it's a Coke bottle. That is freaking sweet. Look at that Damascus, guys. This is my first and only Damascus knife I have in my collection, period. Brad, man, that is sweet, dude. You didn't have to do that. I'm very thankful for it, though. I mean, that is outstanding. This will definitely be in one of those 5 for lives. You know, this is my first Damascus knife, so this is one that'll definitely be held on to for my kids to one day enjoy. It's a nice stout knife. I mean, it's got some weight to it. That is beautiful, man. I like that short little stubby Coke bottle. I like that clip point on it with the false edge. That Damascus is just beautiful. Guys, that is a beautiful knife. And I love the spades on it. Reminds me of the death dealers in the Army. That is a sweet looking knife, bro. I appreciate that, man. You didn't have to send that, but I truly do appreciate it. That is a beautiful knife. I mean, and again, you know, alignment right down the center on that one. I mean, y'all heard the snap. It's got good snap. Awesome. Brad, I appreciate that, dude. So if you're watching, man, I appreciate this. I'm going to have to figure out something to do something nice for you in the future. And just outstanding guy, man. I appreciate that, brother. All right, moving forward. The next package comes from Mr. Robert Jaglowski. I hope I didn't butcher that last name, but I'm pretty sure it was Jaglowski. He is from Connecticut, and I've talked to him a couple times on Facebook and things like that, and just a great guy, great collector of knives, has a huge collection of different things. I know at one point he said he was thinking about working on a YouTube channel, getting a channel up, so Mr. Jaglowski, if you do, let me know. I'll be happy to subscribe. You you guys aren't friends with him on Facebook, you know, definitely check him out. Like I said, he has tons of different knives. But I'd seen a post the other day he had put up of some of his Boy Scout knives and stuff like that, and I'd commented on the video because I'd recently picked up a nice little Camillus Boy Scout knife. It was a little black swell center jack, awesome little knife, and I commented on the video, you know, how the knives were awesome. You know, I really liked the Boy Scout knives. I was actually looking at a Cub Scout or a Boy Scout knife the other day that I was thinking about picking up, and he'd said, well, you know, if you like these, just why don't you just pick out one of these? And I asked him, I was like, are you serious? You know, he's like, yeah, you just pick one out, I'll send one to you. So I picked out one, and this came in the mail. This is Camillus. This is a 3-line Camillus. It is Camillus, New York, USA, but still in very good shape. I'll probably clean it up just a little bit. But I really started taking a liking to these knives. I wasn't ever really big on the camp knives. I actually have quite a few that I had listed on eBay for sale. Most of the camp knives I just wasn't really that big into. They were more bulky, things like that. But when I was little, you know, I was a Cub Scout, and then worked my way up, you know, through like, you know, wolves and, you know, the bears and all that, different little branches of Cub Scouts. Didn't really get into it as I got older. Didn't really, you know, pursue that. You know, never became a Weebelo or an Eagle Scout or anything like that. But I did do the Cub Scouts, and it was affiliated with the Boy Scouts. And I remember having a Cub Scout knife years and years ago. It wasn't like this one. It was, I think, one of the, it was actually like the little Imperial made red, like the Swiss Army style camp knife. It was just, you know, red plastic handles. But I had gotten one of those, you know, back in, I'd say the early 90s. But I never had one like this. It's just a beautiful knife. I think it's going to clean up well. Probably try to get some of the color back on the scales here. But I mean, it's got great blade steel left on it. I like how it's got the brass liners in it with, you know, the little locking mechanism there. Keep hitting my camera. And again, it's got the punch blade. So, Mr. Jaglowski, I appreciate that, Robert. You know, outstanding little knife. This will go into my display with my other Boy Scout. This is something I might carry from time to time, but it's in great shape, guys. Still got the bell on it. Even with the little bit of fading on the blue, I think it gives a little bit more character. I might actually just leave it like that. I kind of like the way that it sits in there like that. But yeah, great guy. You know, he didn't have to do that, but he just told me, he said, pick one and I'll send you one. So again, I appreciate that. Awesome little knife. Definitely something to keep, and it's probably something that I'm going to start collecting more of, because I think a lot of the Boy Scout knives, there's so many different companies that made them. You know, like the one I was actually looking at the other day was it was like the brown. I think it was made by Ulster, and it almost looks like it was carved out of wood in the center. But the one I'd found, it was just in rough shape, and the guy wanted a little bit too much for it. I see them all the time on eBay from anywhere between $15 to $50, depending on the condition and the maker and things like that. So cool little knives. I mean, it's in great shape. A couple little nicks and scratches on it, but for the age and things like that, I would say it's probably at least 30 or 40 years old at minimum, if not more than that. So in great shape, in better shape than a lot of the ones that I've come across that are, you know, newer than this. So again, super appreciative for that. Going to be going into my display with my other Camillus, and I guess that'll be another collection I'll be working on. So our next package comes to me from Mr. Ryan Myers over in Ohio. Some of you may have subscribed to his channel already. Y'all might know him as Tommy Boy Knives and EDC. Him and I had worked out a trade. I'd sent him a case fixed blade. It was the Ridgeback, and honestly, I don't remember what else I sent him. I think a little case mini bighorn, and I don't know. I don't remember what else I sent him, but we had worked out the trade, and this is what he sent me. So we'll go over that now. And he sent me a note. It's Tim, aka Bearded Knife Guy. Thank you so much for trading with me. I never thought I would find such an amazing community. The chats we have about knives are so great, because I know my mom is tired of hearing about knives, so it is nice to have it's nice to now to have a great friend, even better a brother that has the same interests as me. So thank you so much for everything, bro. Much love, Ryan, aka Tommy Boy Knives and EDC. Sorry for the third grade writing and spelling. It's all good, brother. Everybody's writing and penmanship is different. I can read it, so that's all that matters. I know exactly what you're saying. No worries there. I think it's good enough, brother. So this is my end of the deal. This is what we had worked out on the trade. He had a couple different things I liked. He had a couple things that he was looking to try to get and, to extend into his collection. So we'll go over these now. First couple things are this little buck Stockman. This is the import buck, but it's in great shape. It's the Stagolon, the faux stag. I'm assuming it's Delrin. I don't think it's bone. I mean, it almost looks like bone, but I'm pretty sure it's the Delrin type material. But it's a little Stockman as well as a little canoe, both of which will clean and polish up pretty nice. I mean, little scratches on the bolsters, but those will polish out nice. Doesn't look like the blades have ever really been cut with. This one might have been just slightly, but really not in bad shape. They're just a little dirty, need some cleaning. Still seem relatively sharp. I told him I'd go ahead and take these. Most of the bucks that I've collected and it's in my collection are all USA bucks. Not really anything in particular about these. I was just like, yeah, I'll take them. I wasn't really super interested in them, but he said he didn't really like the way they looked, so if I was interested in them, he would include those. So I appreciate it. But they'll be around here somewhere in my stuff. If anybody collects the bucks like these, let me know. If you want to trade these two for a USA buck, I may be interested in that. Because most of my actual collection is USA made bucks, unless this was a trapper or something. They'll just probably be hanging out around here on my shop table with the other plethora of knives that I have sitting around here. But these three are three of the ones that I was after in particular. We'll go ahead and start with this little guy first. About a couple months ago now, I stopped at a little antique store, flea market, and I'd picked up a trapper. It was a little red bone trapper. Let me see if I can grab it real quick from my display. So I think about a couple months ago, I'd stopped at a little flea market and I'd picked up this little red bone trapper here. Super cool little knife. It was the first one I ever seen. It was Mossberg. And I have a couple Mossberg cordless hole punchers here around the house. And I was like, well, that's a super nice knife. They only wanted $10 for it. It was beautiful red bone. And it's a trapper, so I was like, I'm going to definitely pick that up. So I picked this up a couple months ago to add to my trapper collection and didn't really think of anything else after that. But whenever I was talking to Ryan over at Tommy Boy EDC, Knives and EDC, this is one of the little knives that he had sitting there. and I was like, hey, I like that. It's a little red bone, jigged Mossberg muskrat. And I was like, that'll go good with, you know, my Mossberg trapper. You know, one's smooth bone and the other one's jigged, but they're both Mossberg. They're both like a red bone. I said, so maybe I'll just start a little Mossberg collection and see what I can pick up in a red bone for the Mossbergs. I'm not sure what all models of knives they made or when, you know, most of these knives were even put out. I'm assuming these are probably from like the earlier or mid 2000s. But it was a nice little knife. It's never been cut with or sharpened. It's still razor sharp. It's in great shape. You know, looks like it's been kept in the box the majority of the time. I mean, I could probably hit the bolsters with my sunshine cloth and it'd be like new. So this was a great little pickup, and it'll go great with my other Mossberg that I have. Super cool little knife. This is actually my third muskrat I've picked up in the past few weeks. I picked up one. It was a Frost Appaloosa bone Reagan Bush presidential commemorative or electoral knife. It was running during the time of the Reagan Bush administration when he was initially running in the 80s for presidency, or it might have been, yeah, I think it was for his initial run for presidency. But it was a cool little muskrat I picked up. As a nice natural Appaloosa bone. And then I picked up this guy in that trade I did for all the knives over in Elba. Picked up this muskrat. This was a full-size case, pocket-worn gray bone. And then now this muskrat here. And then next is this nice little trapper here. I'd seen it. I was like, hey, I like that trapper. It is a white or natural bone Rough Rider. It's got a good snap. Just needs to be wiped down, maybe cleaned a little bit. But I saw it. It's razor sharp though. So that'll definitely go with my trapper collection. A little bit of snap. The spay blade doesn't have a ton of snap. It's kind of loose, but the clip point has nice snap. Not really any wobble in it. I just think maybe it might just need to be oiled. The clip point though is definitely a lot snappier, but still a beautiful knife. I don't have any, as you can tell, it's kind of got some different little pigments of color in there, like it's a white bone, or a natural color bone, but just looks really good. Love the pins. Got one little spot right there. Looks like it's separating a little bit, but I can probably, I'll probably put some epoxy down in there and clamp it and get it set back up. But other than that, you know, no complaints with that. It actually might look, it kind of looks like it might be a little bit of shrinkage or something, but nowhere. I think I can get that to lay back down pretty solid. So picked up this this trapper, and then I seen this trapper as well. Also, it is a Rough Rider from the Outdoorsman series. It was a cool little trapper. It's kind of a fall festive colors, you know, outdoorsy. Got the acorn shield on it. That's super cool. Again, both of them got pretty good snap. You know, not bad shape. Alignment right down center. The alignment on this one's pretty good too. The clip point is right down the center. The spay kind of pulls a little bit towards the pile side. Not too bad though. But this one, both blades right down the center of the well. I mean, Rough Rider really impressed me with their quality, honestly, of, you know, the consistency of their blades being, you know, where they're supposed to be. I mean, it's just a quality knife. I really just slept on them for a while because I thought they're cheaper knives, so they couldn't be that great. I didn't want to waste money on a cheap Chinese knife. I could just save that money and put it towards, you know, a case or something like that, or vintage K-bars or whatever the case may be. But you know, a few of you guys that have sent them in to me and gifted me with some and things like that have really opened my eyes to them. They're just great little knives, and these will be great little additions to my trapper collection. So again, Ryan, thank you for the trade. I hope you enjoy your end of the trade as much as I have. Mr. Robert, again, thank you for the Cub Scout knife. That is super awesome. That'll be something that goes into my display that I'll hang on to for years and years to come, and hopefully over time end up adding quite a few more Cub Scout, Boy Scout knives and things like that to that collection. And then again, Brad, thank you for this amazing Coke bottle Damascus cinnamon bone Rough Rider. This is a freaking phenomenal knife. It looks super awesome, super cool looking knife, man. I appreciate you thinking about me and sending that out to me. I'm extremely appreciative. So guys, that is the mail call today. Tried to keep it as short as possible. Looks like we're coming in around 25 minutes, 26 minutes. So hopefully it's not too bad, not too long for you guys. But again, guys, I thank each and every one of y'all for watching. I thank you for all your likes, all your subscribes on the channel, all your shares of the channel. Last time I checked, we're around 350 subscribers already, so we're flying on up towards that 500 mark. So again, guys, thank you guys for all y'all do, all your support on my channel. For the guys that I've had the opportunity to trade with, thank you all. I look forward to doing trades with you guys and more of you in the future. I'm currently trying to get in some more mailers. I've sent out so many packages. I've already gone through about 100 mailers to different people between trades, eBay, things like that. Probably be ordering some more stickers here soon. And later today, I got to go pick up some more stamps because I've used every stamp I have on sticker trades and things like that. So again, guys, thank you all for all that you do, all your support. Everything that y'all provide to the knife community. I just thank y'all. I pray for blessings on each and every one of y'all. This wouldn't be possible without you guys. So again, thank y'all. And other than that, guys, I hope y'all have a great rest of your week. It's only another day left. This is Thursday. So one more day and let the weekend begin. So thank you all, guys. Stay classy and God bless.